going on, guys? It's TJ here, bringing you another gameplay. This is another episode of Random Classes, Random Topics. In today's topic, I want to talk more about multiplayer and how it's changed. But before I continue, I'll take a look at the loadout. This is the class I'm using. I'm using the FAD, and there's the perks and all that other good stuff. And so let's get into it. Multiplayer has changed since I became an adult. I remember multiplayer for me before really the internet. I was really into the internet was friends coming over to my house or me going to friends' house, bringing a controller, and we're playing two-player games like that. Now, the first experience I had with two-player games in that fashion was Sonic. And I don't know if you remember Sonic. I think that was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Or I think it was 3, or no, it was 2. I think it was 2. Well, where you fight the Iron Sonic. It took me forever. It took me years to beat that game, but we finally did it. But that was the first time I experienced a multiplayer game, and how it worked was, whoever was player number 1 got to play as Sonic, and the camera followed Sonic, but Sonic always had Tails chasing right behind him. So the person that played as Tails had to keep up with Sonic. You see what I'm saying? Look, or you can get lost going out through the game. The only thing is you didn't die, or you had no effect on Sonic's life or anything, but you could help him. Like, you can kill things, you can kill stuff that's coming, and you would randomly pop back up in the screen. You'll see him come fluttering in with his tail like a helicopter and stuff like that. So that was the first time I experienced any multiplayer. Now, that was considered multiplayer in my opinion. Growing up, that's how if you wanted to play with somebody, you had to bring your controller to their house, or you had to go to their house and play, stuff like that. So, but the first time I played, but Madden was the same way. You wanted to play Madden, somebody had to, come get to that. And Madden is the same. It's the same thing now. Like, I still go to friends' house and we still play Madden, and people come to my house and they play Madden all the time. But now they don't have to bring they don't have to bring their own controller, or they don't have to wrap their controllers up because it's wireless now. But you can see how it's all changed and how it's all gone to it's taking a different route now. When you want to play multiplayer, all you gotta do is turn on your PlayStation, click online, and you're playing against random people. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but you don't really get that how would you call it, that personal experience with the person. Whereas just compare it to all right, perfect example. When I first got my PlayStation 3, the second game that I ever bought was SOCOM Confrontation. Now, SOCOM Confrontation was a really good game. The concept of the game was really good, but the way it functioned, the functionality of the game was horrible. It was laggy, the spawns were crazy, glitches everywhere, people exploiting the game, stuff like that. So that was the first game that I bought with my, other than Metal Gear. The first game I bought was Metal Gear Solid. The second game was SOCOM. Metal Gear Solid had an online player. Metal Gear Solid 5 had online to it, but I never played it. I only played SOCOM because I grew up on SOCOM. SOCOM 2 that has to be like my top 3 favorite game ever. SOCOM 3. So I played that was the first time me and my brother-in-law played, and I met all his friends. Now, he had friends that he used to play. He's been friends with on that game since SOCOM 2 for 10, 15 years. I think that's crazy. People that he's never met before, but he knows them. They know him. They call him X. They had each other's phone numbers. I really thought that shit was crazy. Like, how can somebody be your friend you've never met them before? So, I started playing, and then I started to realize how it worked. You met people online. If they were real cool, you guys, had a couple laughs, played a couple games with each other. You guys got that oh yeah, let me call Travis and see if he's getting on, or let me call X see if he's getting on. That's how it worked, and that's how multiplayer works now, where you don't have to put a face to the person. You can just, as long as you know what the person sounds like, everything's fine. So the way of, and Call of Duty tried to bring it back with the the double controller on in the in game in multiplayer, where someone can just turn on another controller and they can play alongside you. But that's horrible. I don't like that. I can't play with, if I'm playing Call of Duty, I need the screen for myself. Like, I need to see everything. We can't have seven people moving at the same time, and it throws me off a little bit. So that's why I like to play by myself. But yeah, that's multiplayer. Multiplayer has changed dramatically. It's now they have like Call of Duty with the competitive side of it. That's all they do is play multiplayer. I don't think they even touch the campaign mode of the game. So multiplayer it's a dying art, or it's the beginning stages of multiplayer, when going to someone's home, plugging in another controller. That's a dying art. It's taking a different route, where people have to be million miles away, sitting in front of a desk to really meet people. And you don't really get that one-on-one factor with people when you play that, when you play that way, when you have that type of I don't even know how to call it, but it's just different, and it's something that always bugged me. But I guess as time changes, you have to change with it, type of deal, and you just have to go with the flow. If people aren't playing, if people aren't going to people's homes anymore and playing, then you just have to not go to people's home and play anymore. So that's something that I decided that I think I even was talking about it with my brother-in-law, holding like a Madden tournament. Now, Madden is a game that if you want to play with someone, or if you want to play against someone like a friend or something, they can come over and play that game with you. You don't have to worry about playing online, lagging, stuff like that. It's right next to you, so you get to enjoy that person right there next to you, and you don't have to worry about cheating or anything, because the way Madden is set up, if you pick by the button you press. Unless they're watching your controller or watching you as you go, they won't really know what you're doing. So that multiplayer, that's something that kind of, it didn't really bug me. It's just I had to get used to it. And like I said, I played SOCOM 2, but I wasn't an avid player like I am now. I think I played SOCOM Confrontation more than I played SOCOM 2, but SOCOM 2 is the best SOCOM ever, just to let you know that. So the gameplay's wrapping up here, guys, and I just want to say thank you, guys. If you are subscribed to my channel, if you aren't, please subscribe. Please smash, double click, double press that like button, and give me a comment. Let me know your take on multiplayer and the change of it, and how it's changing. So thank you guys for listening, and look at this dog. Look at the dog. The dog looks retarded. Peace out, guys.